I got voices in my head, they talk to me, they understand, they talk to me. They talk to me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. I thought I'll give you guys a little bit of WWE song along. Why not? You know, I'm known for all the singing before the video starts. So I thought I'll give you a little bit of WWE because, boy, we're back. WWE is back. But, anyways, we're here to talk about Chelsea Football Club. I know you might be a little bit concerned. Well, not really concerned. You might be confused. Why am I dressed like this? Well, I'm about to go out for a iftar dinner, not dinner, iftar arrangement, iftar invitation at my parents' place. So that's why I'm dressed like this. It's a nice traditional outfit, which is very, very nice. But yeah, we're here for some Chelsea news, ladies and gentlemen. Latest that's been popping off now. I see a lot of people very excited for the upcoming summer window. They're getting very giddy. They think we're going to be doing the business that's actually going to make a lot of difference for Chelsea Football Club. Look, me personally, I'm not going to fall for it until and unless I actually see it happening right in front of my eyes. I'm not going to fall for the PR. I'm just not going to fall for it. For me, look, I love this football club. You know it very well. I know a lot of you guys love this football club, but the way it is being run by the ownership, it's not nice. It's not good. It's not how Chelsea Football Club should be run. So when I see people say, Miz, stop being negative, I'm not negative about the club. The club I love. It's the people that are running the club. They need to leave. Now, the latest news, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Coming from Fabrizio Romano, many top clubs are ready to present their project to Viktor Gyokeres, who will go for a price between 54 million to 62 million. A fantastic price for one of the best goal scorers in Europe. Of course it is. Of course this is a fantastic price, and this is a no-brainer. This is the level of striker that we definitely desire, will definitely make a big difference. Physically, he should be able to compete in the Premier League. He has previously participated in the Championship, and Championship is as difficult as it can get as well. So I've got no doubts in regards to the physicality that he won't fit in. He'll definitely fit in. He's a Swedish international, has always been doing his thing at Sporting Lisbon, absolutely killing it over there. Aerially, he's dominant. Technicality, he's very good. He's got it all. He's got it all. But you know what is going to happen here? Chelsea Football Club is not going to go for this player. Of course they won't, because this makes too much sense. This player is going to be turning 28 years old, I believe, or 27, something like that, 27 or 28. It's a player that is outside of the project policy, doesn't meet that criteria, older than 25. Now, some of you guys might say, oh, but we got Tosin. Yeah, Tosin was for free. And I'm pretty certain Tosin's wages aren't exorbitant either. You're curious, he might be on peanuts at the moment at Sporting, but you best believe the next club he goes to, they better pay good money. He's now reaching, or he has reached, the prime stages of his career. I believe he has. He ain't going to settle for anything less than 150,000. He's not going to settle for that. This player fully believes, and rightly so, that he should be earning way more than 150,000, somewhere around the 180, maybe even close to 200,000. And there will be clubs that are willing to, get his services. They will pay that level of money. Us Chelsea Football Club, no chance. No chance whatsoever. So the age is a factor. The wage is a factor. Ladies and gentlemen, forget about it. I see Chelsea fans going, yeah, we'll be back. We're going to be back. As soon as we get this player, we'll be back. Calm yourselves down. Calm yourselves down. As I said, unless and until I see Chelsea ownership, the board, make this type of purchases, I'm sorry. I'm not going to get giddy. I'm not going to get so excited, because it's not going to happen. We're going to find the next big thing. Not that long ago, they were saying there's a prodigy at Sporting that is following the footsteps of Gyokeres. We're apparently looking at that kid. Some 18-year-old or something like that. Of course, 18-year-old. Now, some of you guys might be thinking, you know what? No, we don't need him. He's not good enough. We're going to go for someone like Liam Delap. Liam Delap is the one. Okay, cool. I don't mind Liam Delap one bit. I think he will be a superstar. I feel he'll be a superstar once again. He's shown in these early stages in the Premier League. He's got the physicality. He's got that robust nature about him. He's a bulldozer. A little bit of technical ability as well, which he can develop on. He works his backside off. Of course, he'd be sensational. This is what David Ornstein had to say about Liam Delap. Check this out. Chelsea aren't his only suitors. I suspect there's a good chance his next move is to the Champions League club. And if so, that is a factor yet to be determined. Now, look, he's very ambitious. He thinks his next move should be a Champions League club. No problems. I still think that Liam Delap, you've got a lot to prove to get into a Champions League team. But nonetheless, we ourselves, we don't know whether we're guaranteed for a Champions League spot. It's going to be a fight. I hope we win the fight, but I have big doubts. The squad that we have right now, there's some good players, but overall, the defense worries me, the goalkeeper worries me, and up front, the lack of goals worry me. Against bigger teams, we're not good enough. We haven't been good enough. Maresca hasn't shown against the likes of Arsenal, who we've still got to play, Liverpool, who we still got to play, Newcastle. Yeah, we beat them once, but they also beat us in the Carabao Cup. We've got to play them. Man United, we couldn't beat them. We've still got to play them. Nottingham Forest. So Maresca hasn't shown enough. So the Champions League, I'm not really sure. And when there are other suitors, you might be thinking, who's the suitor for Liam Delap? Who's going for him? Who's going for him? Well, there's some rumors already circulating. Newcastle United are monitoring Ipswich, Liam Delap, and Red Bull Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko if a transfer for Alexander Isak were to go through. Look, there could be a strong possibility that Isak might leave Newcastle. Newcastle are in a situation where they have to sell in order to balance their books for PSR concerns, and Isak could be sold for a large amount of money. Chelsea ain't going to be one of them, that's for sure. We're not going to be in for Alexander Isak. Top-notch striker. No, we don't want that kind of business. That's not great business for us. No. 17, 18, 19-year-old, great business. So there could be a possibility that Isak could leave Newcastle, and Newcastle could be in the market for a striker, and they could possibly go for someone like Liam Delap. Now you might be thinking, well, if it's between Newcastle and us, Miz, I fully believe we should be there. We should be there. I don't know. What makes you think Chelsea's attractive? What makes Chelsea an attractive football club right now? What's going for us? We're run by Mickey Mouse board. The vibe isn't the greatest at Chelsea football. We might have some really good players who are giving their best efforts, sure. Might have a nice manager who's giving his best effort, sure. But still, overall, the squad is not squadding. If we don't make it to the Champions League, then what's attractive about our football club? Winning the Conference League ain't going to cut it. Making it into Europa ain't going to cut it. Not only we have to make it into the Champions League, we need to operate as a top club. Just by making it into Champions League doesn't mean that's it. Khalas. We've made it. No. We have to have a squad that is good enough to compete in the Champions League. We need to operate like a good top club should be operating as. These players, they might not, if there are other suitors, they might opt for those other suitors. We're not set in stone here. So, ladies and gentlemen, look, we definitely need a striker. We definitely need someone that can compete with Nicholas Jackson and someone who can perhaps even take over Nicholas Jackson. Keep Nicholas Jackson on his toes. But don't for a second get too excited that, yeah, we're going to be back. All we need is a Gyokeres or a Liam Delap or this, that, the other, Benjamin Sesko. I don't think so. I hope I'm proven wrong. But so far, the way our club is moving and now knowing the debt that we have, the 1.4 billion debt that we have, yeah, let's see what we actually do. We need to get rid of a lot of players to raise funds in order to buy players. And then in order to buy players, what type of players are we going to go? Players, are they going to get convinced? Don't forget, not that long ago, Tell wasn't convinced. Now, some of you guys might say, Miz, we don't want Tell. That's not the point here. We may not want tell. I didn't want tell either. Another young kid. But the point is, it's not so easy to sell our football club anymore. It's not so easy to capture players with our project. It's not so easy. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. Do you think someone like Gyokeres or even Liam Delap would join Chelsea Football Club? And if you think yes, why? What's going for us? Why will they join us? Let me know. Now, last but not least, I want to spend a little bit of time about this. There's a lot of talk that's been happening in regards to Levi Colwill. Levi Colwill, once again, for me, was culpable for the goal that we conceded against Copenhagen. A lot of people say, oh, it's Keenan Dewsbury Hall. A lot of people going after Keenan Dewsbury. He's rubbish. We already knew that for a long time. But Levi Colwill, ladies and gentlemen, is a player that I rated a lot. I know a lot of you guys, or many, rated him. And I don't understand why some fans in the fan base find it difficult to say the truth. Why do you guys find it difficult to say the truth about Levi Colwill? Why? Is it because he's an academy player, Cobham player? Is it because he's English? I don't know. The fact of the matter is, Levi Colwill this season has been abysmal. He's been shocking. He's actually been a bit of a fraud. Not only he's been on fraud watch in the last few months, he's actually now turned out to be a bit of a fraud. My only message to Levi Colwill is get better, work harder, perform better. Now, some of you guys might be saying, wow, shock, young player, 21-year-old. Some people are saying 21-year-old. Levi Colwill's, I believe, let me have a look. Levi Colwill, age. Levi Colwill's 22. He just turned 22 this season. Of course, he's still young. He's not 21, as people say. He's 22. Mind you, Caicedo's 23. And you look at the level of performance Caicedo is dropping. Levi Colwill, 22, I get it. Some people say, oh, shock, young player showing inconsistency. Look, showing inconsistency is one thing. Dropping stinkers after stinkers after stinkers is another thing. Partly it's not his fault. Partly it's our fault. Partly it's our fault that we don't have an experienced defender to be next to him and guide him and support him. That's how it should have been. Now, the same people that will say, oh, it's not his fault, Miz. Don't be so harsh on him. He needed an experienced defender next to him. The same people will say, nah, what's wrong about this squad? I completely appreciate the board. How can you appreciate the board and at the same time say, oh, it's not Levi Colwill's fault that he's got a young defender next to him. He needed an experienced defender. What is it? It can't be both. You can't appreciate the owners and the board for not bringing an experienced player, but at the same time complain the fact that, not having an experienced player is the issue with Levi Colwill not performing at his highest level. This is what a lot of us have been saying. Don't like the board, don't like the owners. The squad has been horrendous at times. The squad building. So yeah, partly not necessarily Levi Colwill's fault, but a large part of it is his incompetency. Levi Colwill, this is what I've said in Twitter recently, X. I miss the old school fans, man. I really do. Old school fans will just see how things are and will say it how it is. That, you know what, Levi Colwill hasn't been good enough. But now these modern day era fans, and I'm not having a go at Alex Goldberg, but I'm just having a go at the entire situation where Alex says it's almost as if Levi Colwill isn't as bad as fans are saying. Young players struggle, but let's stop pretending he's shit and won't also improve. Of course, he has to improve. But look at what Alex is bringing out. Whole heap of chart, pie graph, bar graph, scattergram, this, that, the other, 1, 2, 3 kid. I don't know what's going on here. 619 Rey Mysterio stuff happening here. Hella numbers that I have no idea what they are trying to say, but they'll tell you under 23 T5 center backs build up responsibility versus dueling. Basically, fans are bringing up all sorts of shenanigans to support Levi Colwill's case. Look, my point is, he's been horrendous. He's been fraudulent. Let's call it as it is. And let's hope and pray that he becomes a better defender, because he needs to be. Right now, he's not showcasing anything that makes me feel, yeah, I need to back him. There are other defenders that are doing really, really well in world football. Levi Colwill's got, when you really deep it, when you actually sit down and go, what is Levi Colwill's best attribute as a defender? Not a single person can give me a defensive attribute. You know what they'll say? Passing. Passing isn't even a defending thing. His best defending attribute is not even a defending attribute. It's passing. And let's be honest, at times, I don't even think his passing is that great. So bottom line, be honest, be brutally honest, and be truthful about matters. That's all I ask for. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, especially in regards to Gyokeres, Liam Delap, and Levi Colwill. What are your thoughts? Smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, take care. See ya.